baby, 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 baby. Okay. What's going on, everybody? We are here. We're here live to chat. I really don't feel like this video is going to be that long,
Okay.
because it wasn't a lot that really happened in
What's
this
going on,
episode.
everybody? We are
Give me
here.
one
We're
second.
here.
Because well, first of all, I said that last night, right? I said we weren't gonna be here long, and I probably was here for about an hour, child. So I don't really feel like we're gonna be here that long because this episode didn't give us a lot, but it was so goddamn funny. I mean, we started to get into some things as the episode progressed, and we are gonna talk about that. Y'all know over here, honey, I like to go through the episode, period, whether you watched it or not. Okay, that's just what I do over here. But anywho, you guys have been hanging on with me for about what? At least 20 some days because we don't do after sun, but y'all been over here hanging out. And if you've been hanging out this long and you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so as we are on our journey to hit 100,000 subscribers. In addition to that, like up the video, of course. Y'all know Beyond the Villa is going to start on what, Sunday? Can I say this though? I do believe the show is supposed to wrap up by Sunday, but for some reason, when I was watching this particular episode, I was like, dang, this gives the vibe that it's not really ending in a few days. Are y'all gonna give us an extra week or something? Like, it don't seem like that. Now, yes, I do understand that what they told us at the end of tonight's episode is the fact that somebody is going to be going home. Well, somebody's, okay? They're going to be sending a couple home. And I'm like, okay, y'all are about to send a couple home, but we still gonna have a lot of people still in the house. So are y'all gonna send another couple home on Friday? Possibly. Cause how many couple is it? 6 couples? So I just ran off about how many over here because I wanted to get you guys get the poll. 1, 2, 3, 4. So who I'm missing is Pepe and Olandria. I'm sorry, not Olandria, but Pepe and Iris and Taylor and Clark. So it's about, yeah, 6 couples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 couples that are still there. So are y'all gonna get rid of like one couple on Tuesday and then you're gonna get rid of like two more on Friday? Like, I don't know. It could very well happen rapidly like that. But the am I the only person that felt that way? I just kind of felt like this particular episode was giving that we might get a bit longer. It might be a bit longer than usual. Um, Somebody said I forgot about Pepe and Iris. Let me tell you, intentionally, love. They not giving. I don't even know why. Honestly, the reason America voted for them last week as high as they did is because everybody was upset with the other cast members. That's the only reason why them people got rated that high. I refuse to believe that y'all really be, not y'all, but them, really be all in. You know what I'm saying? All into Pepe and Iris' storyline. Like, y'all, I really didn't take notes for real when it comes to them. It's just like beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. They feeling each other. What else we talk about? Okay, they kissed. Oh, ooh. Yikes. I'm so sorry, but I'm just not like they are not a couple that really draws me in to see what's going on. But can I say this too? When it comes to Nick and Olandria, she talks a lot, or did talk earlier on in the season, where she talked a lot about like a countryman, and them being, respectful, and them handling you a certain way, and having manners when it comes to women and stuff. And y'all know I really have not been seeing it for Nick wholeheartedly, I have to say. However, I think with every person's bad side, they may have a piece of good in them. Okay. And I feel like Nick Bout gave you more of the chivalry and all of that you say you're looking for in a country man than what Jalen and Taylor gave. Just being honest here, okay? Because the way that man sat up there, first of all, he done took the whole shirt off. I don't think I ever seen that man take his shirt off unless he was finna dig all in that lady guts down there to the Love Island beds with Sierra. Okay, if he took the shirt off, then to be quite clear, took the shirt off so that you could get warmed up. Okay, turned around, wiped the damn seat off, and sat on that bitch to absorb whatever water was up there from the ocean. Excuse me? Did Taylor take a vest off, bitch? No, no, no. I'm trying to see if he at least took off a vest. Okay, did he at least sit his ass down? So listen, listen, I know y'all are still making this a thing, and I'm still gonna fight y'all to the end. Do you hear me? I'ma still fight y'all a little piece to the end. However, look, sometimes friends might be better lovers. And no, I'm not over there yet. So don't be trying to tug on me, girl. Get your don't put your hands on me. I'm not coming over to that side with y'all just yet. Don't put your hands on me. But I'm just saying, sometimes friends might be better lovers. You understand? Just a little piece. I appreciate the respect. And I don't know if I think it's really the energy that Olandria gives off to where you have to show up a certain way. Because, and I love that though. I love that she has that she is a woman that walks with a certain type of aura where like you gotta come correct type energy, right? Because even Taylor says something like, oh, I like being with, Clark because she makes me feel like a kid. I don't have to be serious all the time. Yeah, you don't have to be on your A game all the time. You don't have to, uh-huh. Yeah, Olandria gonna make your step up. Period. So I love that she comes with that type of energy. Like I really like her. I like her from the beginning. I may not have always agreed with her choices, but my girls is still really solid though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so proud of them. And I love the fact that they still got each other, like Chelley and Olandria, all the way down to like right now. Like I love that so much. Like the whole conversation, the kitchen talk. I'm like, oh, I love that for y'all. I love y'all ain't got nobody else. Y'all got each other, and y'all definitely have held it down for each other throughout the entire season. And I'm extremely proud of those ladies. I'm just really happy. Okay, happy for them. All right, win or lose, shout out to those ladies. Okay. Um, hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. Now, let's see. What I want to get into. All right. So Huda checks in with Olandria to see how she's feeling about Nicholas. Okay. So she says she's happy because they have a great platonic relationship. They have a great bond with each other. And Huda asks, are you attracted to him? Like, I'm just trying to find out what the tea is. Like, what's really going on? Olandria, like, bitch, you didn't just hit me. Yeah, girl, all the attraction is there. Like, I did not just say that. Okay. Damn. Oh, I don't know if y'all caught that little piece because she looked at her like, are you not listening? Did you not hear what I just told you, girl? Yes, I'm all in. I am attracted to that man. I told you the initial attraction was there, okay? I kissed him like on the first day. Damn. All right. But anywho, that's what she says. And she says that she feels like things have been kind of working this stuff out from the beginning. Like every time they drift apart or whatever, somehow they find their way back to each other. And it's crazy because they ain't even really trying to drift apart. They just doing their journey in the villa. And somehow they keep being, they keep coming back to each other, right? And Huda says, she was like, yeah, I agree. Huda said something that made me think about Ace the day before. And I said, wait, not y'all was seeing it too with so y'all Nicolandrians too? Not the people all excited in the villa. Not Ace being the most excited. Are you the captain? Well, you've been acting like you the damn captain of the villa anyway, so I guess you is the captain of the damn Nicolandria squad. So Huda, would that make you the vice president? Because what? Or the co-captain? What? That's crazy. Um, but yeah, her reaction was just giving like, oh, I'm excited for this girl. Like we've been waiting for this moment. That's not necessarily what she said, but that's the energy that I got. Like I can't wait to see this. We've been wondering what's gonna happen because, in all honesty, they had to have seen it. Because if you have people that are supporting Nicolandria, and in the beginning, a lot of us was like, damn, he pulled her for like every chat. And not every chat, but every like challenge. And he's kissing on her. He's doing this and that. They saw it too. And they there. They're there. Okay. So, okay. Anywho, so Olandria says they shifted their focus because their exes were a problem at that time, and now they don't got it. They don't got the exes. Now they can focus on each other like for real, for real. So Huda said that she was really excited to watch it, right? Now, this is what I put for Iris and Pepe when they came up next. I just put in all caps. I'm not interested. I wish y'all the best. I promise. But I'm just not. All I know is that They like each other. Okay. So Amaya and Brian, he feels like when it gets to the point where they are dating outside, that it won't be an issue for him to get to New York because he's from Boston or he lives in Boston. And he was just in New York before he came to the villa. I said, okay, not you already talking. Not you already somewhat talking about the outside and how you gonna make sure you make your way over there to her. Okay, Brian. I like Brian, y'all. It's not too many people that's gonna get me up off Brian. Brian is the only person that can get me up off of him, not y'all. Okay, and that's for the people that's like Brian's fake, Brian's fake, Brian's fake. Listen, I hear you, and that you are entitled to your personal. I'm just saying at this time, I'm not coming up off of Brian until Brian get me the hell up off him. Okay. So I am here for the Bramaya. Okay. Come on, Tasia, Bramaya, period. So Amaya does say that she has no regrets and she feels like she could fly like the pigeons, bitch. All I heard was, I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. Like, y'all, Amaya is crazy. Y'all don't understand. Okay. This lady here is hilarious. Like, what the hell? She just be saying stuff. It's funny. So, anywho, he's happy as well. And I love it. He was like, man, yeah, I'm happy, man. I can't even front, man. Like, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. I love that. I don't feel like he was faking that at all. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. So Amaya says that she is finally coupled up with someone that has the same love language as her, who isn't scared when her pinky toe touches him. Okay. I love it. I love it, y'all. I really do. I love this for her. She definitely had a struggle in the villa, and to have the person that had your back stand up for you on your behalf before y'all even couple up, like, I love it. I love it. Okay. So Nick says that this feeling is bittersweet. And I'm like, what part is bitter and what part is sweet? What is bittersweet? I guess him staying, not so much as her leaving, but I guess him having, he gets to stay. But at the same time, he kind of has to start over too, somewhat start over. Right. Whereas he was okay, like he said, being closed off with somebody, he felt like he was progressing. Yeah, you thought you was the strongest couple in the villa. That's what that was. And y'all probably were, but you thought that y'all were really high on the list. And at such a late part in the game, you guys have to start over. Well, for unfortunately, see, that's the only way Nick wins with me. Cause y'all know Nick, why? Cause that boy, that's a shady man. I don't care what nobody said. That's a shady man. But when it comes to Olandria, I have to be honest and say that man has not wavered. In my personal, I haven't seen him speak ill of her. I haven't seen him do anything that's disrespectful. As of yet, I haven't seen him pull a Huda where he says one thing in your face and then do something else over here. I haven't quite seen that. And y'all pointed out, I know y'all gonna do that anyway, child. Cause that's just how y'all is, son. But yeah. So that's where he gets his brownie points from me when it comes to Olandria and how he handles her. Even if he not all that into her, right? Even if he isn't, it seems like he is, because he said it a lot of times, okay, to Ace and all the other guys. So it seems like he really is into her. And I'm gonna give him his points on that. I'm gonna give you your points on that. Okay. Did y'all notice that swag has been changing just a little teeny weeny bit? I don't know. I feel like that swag shifted when she got in Casa. And they were coupled up. And then now I feel like the swag has shifted again. I don't know, or maybe it's just me. I'm like, why you be wearing so many wife beaters? Did you do that when Sierra was around? Or maybe I'm just now noticing it. I don't know. Why your hair extra curly this time? It's something about Nick. I don't know. He having that black girl glow up. Y'all been seeing those TikToks when the white man is dating or married to the black woman and how he glows up. It's giving the beginning stages. Okay, it's a little piece, but okay, we see you. So anywho, so y'all, it's nighttime. It's time for the couples to wind down. Okay, so they going through all the couples, letting us know who they got, child. You got Iris and Pepe, and they getting freaky. Then you got Huda and Chris. Hunching. Oh, I already knew what the hell they was doing. I already knew what the hell they was doing. I already knew. And we gonna circle back around to that little piece, okay? We gonna circle back around. But baby, the way them covers was shifting with Nick and Olandria. I said, oh my God. So we don't kiss outside of challenges, but we toot that booty up just a little bit. I can't. I cannot. I can. Miss Olandria. Okay. Well, the cuddling was cuddling. Oh, I said, oh wow. He really gets to embrace you. Damn. Did you even let Jalen do that? Damn. Okay, let's keep going. All right. So they wake up the next morning, y'all. They wake up to hollering babies. When I tell you I was hollering with the babies, but I wasn't crying, bitch. When I tell you this was one of the funniest, was it the funniest? I feel like it may have been the funniest episode. Okay. From the times that I've watched Love Island, I do not recall going all the way back, at least for USA. I think this was our very first baby challenge. We haven't had that before. And when I tell you, y'all might need to do this every time because the way I was on the floor and the way Ace really had me on the floor. Okay. So Shelly over there in the confessional, because everybody waking up to these hollering babies at the foot of their bed. Like, what the hell? And I'm over here like, yo, how did production tiptoe into the room, place the babies down, and put the proper timing on them? And I remember I used to, y'all, I think I fail? My teacher gave me a B in that class because I had a baby too when I was in high school. I had one of them babies, y'all. I used to sleep too hard though. That damn baby must have cried so much that motherfucker wasn't working no more. I didn't know that it was crying. I think I may have knocked that damn baby out the bed too. I can't remember, child, but listen, that's too young. Okay. That was too young. But anywho, I'm trying to figure out how production tiptoed in there and put them babies at the foot of the bed. Only to wake them up like an alarm. Child, that's crazy. Okay, so everybody over there tripping out. You got Shelly over there cussing. Ace telling her, hey, don't cuss around the babies. And I just holler. That's funny because I'll slip up and cuss. Because y'all know I try my best to like spell out my cuss words or to bleep it out myself. I've always done that. And for the YouTube, I do that for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say a SHI or BIT. Okay. I'm gonna give you some abbreviations or I'm gonna spell it out, but I'm still working on that with my child. Okay, my little one, because he's starting to repeat what you say. Now, he hasn't quite repeated a cuss word yet, but I'll just be talking and it'll flow, and my husband be like, I'm like, oh, yeah. Or he'd be like, babe, okay. Oh, my bad. So I felt that moment when Ace was like, don't cuss around the babies, okay? Thought that was hilarious. Huda said she got PTSD. But Huda, you got PTSD, but you want more children. You want more kids, but you have PTSD from the crying. A mess, okay? So Shelly gets a text, all right, that they're gonna be parents for the day. So they have to have these babies with them for a majority of the day. Ace, let me tell you, this what had me hollering. When Ace came out of the rooms, the way he had the two strollers and his little bitty stuff like holding on to both of them rolling out, I said he is in true twin daddy mode. If he don't look like a real daddy out there trying to push them back, man, I was hollering. Oh, it was funny. So they named their kids Apollo and Chase. I said, oh, Chase. See, y'all had the name wrong this whole time. Y'all talking some Chelleys. Y'all drop it right now. Hashtag team Chelley. So whatever y'all had, cut it out. It's giving hashtag Chase. That's the correct name because that's how they blended the names together. I said, oh, that is too cute. So are y'all gonna change the name Team Ace and Shelly? Yeah. Yeah, talking about some Chiles. Who the hell came up with that shit anyway? Okay, who came up with that bullshit? Anywho, but yeah, Chase is cute. So then Ace says the third one is cooking. I said, not his cooking, honey. He trying to see if he gonna get lucky tonight. Now I don't know if I saw any shaking and baking over there in that bed. I don't know. But anywho, they were having just to talk about them being parents, and I just thought it was such a cute moment. We get to Amaya and Brian, and I felt like Brian showed up as a natural dad too. He showed right up as a natural dad. She tells the baby that I love this confessional. She said, "Oh, it's okay, baby. Your mommy's a crybaby too. Your mommy's a crybaby." I love it. I said, "She damn sure a crybaby." I loved it. They named their baby Elijah. Amaya and Brian looking like real parents. I said, "Oh, I'm really liking Amaya. I'm liking them, y'all. I'm sorry." Pepe and Iris got babies. They got twins. Why the fuck the babies on the countertop? Now you don't have to have a single child in your life to know to not put the damn babies on the countertop. She over there talking about some. They're sleeping. They're sleeping right now. Girl, what? That was crazy. Anywho, so I felt like they failed right out the gate. They named the babies Lois and Peter because it's something connected to the family, so they want to stay within the tradition. Okay, child. So Olandria and Nick named their child Hilton. I absolutely love that they named the baby Hilton. I said that is super cute because we all thinking it's a girl at this point, right? Child. So Taylor and Clark named their baby Alea, kind of like Amaya, but it was Alea. That's the daughter's name. Huda and Chris. So it sounds like Chris said he wanted the baby's name to be Layla. And she said, "What about Sasakia, or something?" She said, but however she pronounced it was very pretty. And I said, "I like that better than Layla." And then he was like, "Nah, Katana." And I said, "Motherfucker, this is not Mortal Kombat. Like, are you okay?" Now, it's no disrespect to the katanas that are out there. Okay, it's no, it's cute. It's very cute. Don't get it twisted. I just was not expecting him to say that. Okay, I wasn't. All right, but he said Katana, and then he said, "You know what, Layla's better." So that's what they went with. No disrespect to the Katana. My bad. So anywho, so Ace and Taylor, they over there talking about Brian and Amaya not being fit parents. I said, I know y'all not over here talking about people not being fit parents. Right. I said, because he was like, Brian's not even, he don't even have his baby strapped, right? And I'm like, but he's literally holding the baby and holding the baby the right way. What is wrong with that? Okay. Then he over there talking about Pepe and Iris got the baby on the countertop. I said, now we see each other. We see each other because they was doing too much. Nick and Olandria realized that they have a boy. When I tell y'all, this was such a good episode because it was just funny all over the place. So I'm like, how did y'all not check this first before y'all just automatically name the babies? I feel like they were giving babies with just clothes on them, just random clothes on them. It didn't matter whether it's a girl or boy. Just put that on. Put that on. Better be glad Huda ass wasn't out there because she would have told y'all motherfuckers I don't like that. Okay. So they just put some clothes on the baby. They realized that's not the name. So he was like, "Damn, now we got to change the name." I think Hilton could go for a boy or a girl. To me, I think so. But I understand if it's more fitting for a girl, Hilton. Okay, I get it. So Nick said, "Listen." This one I knew Nick really came over to his black side. I feel like Nick been to his black side for a minute. Nick said this baby name finna either be LeBron or Marcel. I said, now where the fuck you get Marcel from? Marcel? Marcel? And then the man said that was his middle name. I said, wow. Wow. Marcel? I was not expecting that because for his name to be Nicholas and then he has a very interesting last name that I struggle pronouncing, and it's probably so simple, but I'm struggling to pronounce it. And your middle name is Marcel. I'm like, your daddy best friend must be black. Cause where the hell they get Marcel from? Nicholas Marcel. What the fuck? I would have listen. Okay, straight black man is what I would have thought. But yeah, they went with Marcel. I said that's cute. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at it. From Hilton to Marcel. Okay. Okay. So Amaya done left the damn baby alone, trying to follow behind Brian. Taylor, you sat up there trying to talk about somebody not being a fit parent, and you ain't even have no damn socks, honey, for your baby. You had to run over there and get some from Ace. Matter of fact, all y'all had to run over there and get stuff from Ace, okay? Because Olandria ran over there about ripped the damn bonnet off the baby head. When I Ace, she asking Ace for she trying to get the bonnet. He's like, no, right? He's like, the baby sleeping or whatever. And then she's like, well, give me the bonnet off your head. He was like, no, you need to take your ass to the store like everybody else around here. Girl, I was on the floor. Like, what the hell? Because number one was the fact that he was whispering, right? It was the way that he was whispering. And I appreciate him taking this dad thing real serious. And he over there whispering, but then at the same time, it was the fact that you just cussed around this baby when you told her not to cuss around the child. Baby, These folks was crazy. Um, so Nick done took the baby to the gym. I holler. I said, please don't let that fall on this child. Cause you just gotta get a work in on today. So of course Ace comes over, and this is where he lets Ace know about his night with Olandria and how he was filling up, touching up, rubbing up on Miss Olandria because they was cuddling real hard, and she back that thing up into that man. Cause one thing a girl good for when they laying in the bed with a guy, they gonna toot their boot just a little bit. They gonna probably toot their boot just a little bit, see what you on. Not all, but most. Okay, especially if they feeling you. It was giving toot of a boot, and she was just trying to see, what it was. I don't think Nick deserves no more coup d'etat while he's in the villa. Not from my good sis. Absolutely not. You done got enough coup d'etat for the past few weeks. You should be A-okay. Okay, so anywho, so he said he started to get turned on, and he says that she was receptive to that. And he's open to it as well, because he was getting all tingly and stuff inside and everything. And I'm like, y'all keep in mind that Nick always is getting, that's why some part of me can't take him serious just a little bit, just a bit, because he always gets tingly inside when somebody's giving him attention. It's happened with every single woman that showed interest in him on the show. Don't get that man no coup d'etat. Okay? Don't give him none of that. So, anywho, Nick says now they have a child together. The child was hollering. Now we have a child together. I just love how the guys took it so serious. So Huda grabs the baby up from Chris. I guess he wasn't doing something right, so she grabbed the baby up from him. And because he was sending the baby up right. And I was looking at that as I was watching. I'm like, why he keeps sending this baby up like the baby? I'm like, a real baby. If you're supposed to be treating this like a real baby, sir, a real baby don't have that much back and neck support. Are you okay? Are you okay, sir? This is not a toddler. Hello? I was like, yeah. Now, granted, you would be, that is alarming. But then at the same time, it is not a real baby. He may handle an actual real baby much differently. But I don't blame her for scooping that damn baby. I probably did the same thing. So, anywho, they do a yoga class. Huda was getting on Chris' nerves, child. Huda was getting on Chris' damn nerves. Chris was asking everybody how they was feeling, what their thoughts was. And he asked Huda, all right, somebody was what she said. Yeah, okay, just fuck me. Don't care about me. So that's when I think Shelly said, "What about y'all?" Huda. I don't remember what she said. But then she said it again, like, fuck me. Then I was like, Huda, don't do that, girl. Don't do that. But I saw a slight crash out that day, and we learned later on why. So, anywho, Brian and Amaya, they go to Soul Ties. And let me tell y'all, Brian did something that was so small, and I feel like a lot of mommies, okay, wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Most of y'all would. Brian, they go into the Soul Ties. As soon as they step into Soul Ties thinking they finna chill, the baby starts hollering, right? Brian says, you want me to get him? I just feel like that is not a big thing, but it's a big thing, right? To want to relieve her of that stress of having to calm that child down. If you want me to get him, I got him. Versus just watching you calm the baby down and just chill and just, I love that. I'm like, girl, see what he talking about for real. See what he talking about for real. Because I feel like that look, you want me to get him? Oh, I said, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. See what he's talking about. Okay, because he could have politely just sat there and watched you try and calm that baby down and just sit down and do whatever. Like, oh, okay, then you got it. No. An active parent, you want me to get him? Ooh, that's everything. Please get this. Please get your child. Please get him. Thank you. Okay, so that meant a lot. Okay, I said, come on. Another thing about it, it was more so the relieving of like whatever tension, whatever stress. It's like, I'm here to make sure that you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was getting from Brian. I love that. I feel like a lot of women that may come across that type of man, you may not be ready for that man in the beginning. You're going to have to go through a lot of situations like Amaya. So then when you finally get that person, you're like, you know what, my fuck with you. I like you. You ease on the eyes. You're cute. You bringing a bit of peace. You ain't trying to change me. You ain't acting like I'm doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you in touch with your emotional side and stuff. I like that. Okay, but anywho, I'm here for it. Okay, so Amaya says this man is listen. Amaya says this man is going to make a great father, and that's why I told our son Elijah. You see, that's why I call your father Daddy. I said, girl, I need edits of Amaya immediately. All edits of Amaya to the front immediately. Immediately. Please send me all the edits, okay? Please tag me, honey. Because the girl is hilarious. So Taylor wants 3 kids. Clark wants 2. He wants boys. She got to at least have a girl. Then you got Iris talking about she wants 5 kids. I think Taylor said, damn. I said, me too. Damn. 5. You okay? Woo. Hell, 5 kids. Well, some people want more than that though. So get it, girl. Get it how you live. Pepe says he just wants 2 of them. Look like y'all just gonna be having 2 child. Taylor. Did y'all catch Taylor being forward thinking, being creative, saying, "Hey guys, I have an idea." I said, "Girl, Clark then came and gave this man all kind of ideas, didn't it?" This man said, I got an idea. Let's do a stroller race. Oh, wow. Yeah, that brings some excitement into the villa because the girls were upstairs doing their thing, minding their business, having a good time, eating food, relaxing, doing what mommies deserve. Hello, a break. Hello. So, Ace something. Y'all don't think it's messed up that we down here with the kids? No, 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 we don't. No, we don't. We do not. I'm sorry. We do not think that it's messed up that y'all down there with them kids. Do what you need to do, okay? Make it fun. All right. I thought this was gonna be dangerous though, because I said guys really be creating stuff and really don't be thinking about the harm that'll come to the kid, like Nick just going over there to the damn gym. Okay. But it was what it was. All right. So they get to a challenge where they're having to change the baby real fast. And Huda over there acting like a real mama. And she didn't want him ripping nothing off the baby's head. I kind of felt her though a little bit. I know the baby's fake, but at the same time, it is giving like you ain't gotta move like that. Like, why are you trying to snatch? Like, what you doing? Okay. So then she also told him that I don't like them clothes. And he was like, shut up. I understand you annoyed. And you over here tripping on me because this ain't no real baby. But guess what? That ain't no real game for goddamn real. Like, what you finna win doing this? You ain't gotta tell me to shut up. You could have mumbled that to where I couldn't hear it. Anywho, so she told him, don't tell me to shut up. So when they do eventually chat and they talk, right? She's standing over, looking up, looking down at him or whatever, and they're talking or whatever. And she pretty much said that she didn't like that. He told her to shut up and he did apologize for that. But he's definitely annoyed with her for sure because he said something about her kind of being controlling, getting in that controlling aspect. And yeah, I mean, I get it a little bit, but then also I feel like you got to figure out a way to make sure that you communicate that because she kind of is just as much as you show how you, just as much as your actions with this child is showing how you may show up if you were a dad, it's definitely showing how she would show up as a mommy. Right, which may not be different from a lot of moms, right? But also, that's a great time for you guys to be able to communicate. And Chris missed the moment for me when that time came. So Nick and Olandria, he wants 3 kids. She wants 4. Okay, good. Y'all can be in the middle with the 2 or 3. So he asked her if she could be a single mom. I said, Nick, now why would you ask somebody if they could do that? Can you be a single daddy? Can you? Can you? Because y'all know it's some single dads out here, right? It's not just single mamas. It's single dads too. Y'all just like to talk about the women all the damn time. Hello? Can you be a single dad? I was like, nah, Nick, everything was going fine. Why you ask that? She wasn't bothered by it though, really. She just said that, if push came to shove, like, I don't want to do that, but if I had to, I'm going to do what it is that I got to do. I said, I know that's right, period. You knew that already, so I don't even know why you asked that. But then he also says, he grew up, he had 2 parents. His parents were committed to being there with each other. And the most important thing for him is that making sure that both parents are doing their part in the child's life. So Nick, you basically sound like you ain't even trying to get married. Am I the only one? Because number one, why would you ask somebody if they okay with being a single mom? Then when you follow it up, you talk about your parents still being together and them being committed to being there for each other. But then that's not what you said for yourself. You talk about wanting kids, but you don't talk about wanting marriage, right? Maybe he just want a life partner. Everybody different. But then also when you're talking about the dad and stuff, and your mom and your dad, you just pretty much say making sure everybody's pretty much doing their part like 50-50, making sure they're involved in the kid's life. And I'm like, that sounds like co-parenting a bit to me. So Nick, I don't know, baby. No, I'm just telling you, I'm not sure, honey. I mean, I already was unsure, but whenever I want to just, it get a little too hot over there, and I gotta jump back, so I'm just, just. So I don't know. I don't know about you, love. Okay, I didn't like that. I'm like, damn. I mean, I don't know if y'all got the same thing in mind. So Olandria says that she was already attracted to him, but seeing him be a dad for that day, it was very attracting. You okay? It made him more attractive to her, and I get it because I get it because I mean all of the guys look nice, being in that daddy mode and the ladies over there doing their thing, like do you Ace and Shelly. So she asked if that is oh no, she go over there, y'all, she gonna ask if that's their child. I was like, he had to come over the baby face or something. Is that their child? Ace Ace said the fact that you don't know if that's your child, oh my God, like that's a problem, baby. All the interaction was hilarious. Ace says that he feels like they're great parents by themselves, but they got to work on some things together. Chris and Huda is triggered. She did everything as a mom, she says, and Chris asked her if there's anything that he does that affects her mood, because when she switches her mood, it then affects him. And she just pretty much tells him about yoga time and how he overlooked her, didn't really acknowledge her, it made her feel some type of way. And I don't know why he would do that. I mean, I guess he was already annoyed, but I don't know. Anywho, so she pretty much wants him to be considerate. Like, I also picked up all them yoga mats and put them out there. So the least you could do is pick them up. I was with her on that. Okay. Because pay attention, be a partner. This a partnership. Okay, you the one that led this. So if I helped you out and I put the mats down, the least that you could do is go ahead and put them up. I shouldn't have had to ask you to put them up. You should have just like let me take care of that. Hello. So I was kind of with her on that. What else? She asked him if there's anything that she can work on, and this is where I felt like Chris missed the mark, because he was like, "Yeah." She said, "What?" He was like, "Give me a kiss." I'm like, "Are you okay?" So you don't want to express to her how she made you feel earlier? You don't want to express that to her? Because I feel like if you don't and you just keep holding in stuff and just holding it in, holding it in, holding it in, then I feel like it could potentially be a blow up at a later time. Because she was given free range to learn and understand, like, if there's anything that she can improve on. I don't know if she would have bit your head off. Maybe not, but she asked. So obviously she wanted to know. But then maybe he didn't say anything because he felt like it was just a challenge and it wasn't that deep. It wasn't something that was like actually real to their life, I guess. And if he was around her daughter, she gonna be like that anyway because it's her child and not his. So I don't know, but that's what they got going on. Um, when it came down to it, they said Taylor and Clark parented their child the best. That's because Clark can't do a goddamn thing. Taylor did everything, and I'm not mad at it. Okay. Pepe and Iris did good. Shockingly, not the people that left the babies on the damn countertop. Child, that's an ID channel story waiting to happen. Olandria and Nick did great, as well as Huda and Chris. Now, when it came to Brian and Amaya and Ace and Shelly, they were the ones that failed. I feel like they were the ones doing a good job, and not they the ones that failed. Did y'all swap the babies? Okay, did y'all swap the babies? What's really going on? Y'all just gave them some hollering ass babies. So anywho, Nick, yeah, so we talked about that. Nick said he was looking forward to having, like, peep this, y'all listening. Nick said that he was looking forward to having kids. He says that he was even looking at Chat GPT, or looking on the app to find out about adoption. Right. So in this moment, y'all, why was I thinking Nick was finna tell her about the sperm donor stuff? Maybe she already know, but I'm like, he finna tell her. No, he didn't. He didn't tell her nothing. Huda the only one that knows that. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but he says that to Huda in an effort to connect with her and get her to understand. But he said that he often wondered how his partner would receive him knowing that he did, he was being nice. I feel like that's a very, kind thing of him to do, to see his people in need or whatever. That's something he want to contribute to. Cool. Right. But I thought he probably was gonna share that information with her at that time, but he didn't. Nick talks about Alabama, y'all. So he talks about Alabama. Um, and he talks about the University of Alabama. Okay. So he's like, oh, I haven't been to Alabama. I gotta be there or whatever. And she asked him if he likes college football or whatever. And he was like, he started talking about University of Alabama. He said he asked her if she was a Bama fan. And this is where me and Olandria connected the most. For the people that do not know, I myself am also from Alabama. Okay. She went to one of my rival schools. Okay. She went to Tuskegee University. I went to Alabama State University. Okay. So that's definitely one of our big, huge rival schools. But what I love that she said was when he asked her if she was a Bama fan, and she was like, Auburn. I said, I know that's motherfucking right. I know that's right. Because everybody think just because you from Alabama, you a Bama fan. Girl, fuck Roll Tide. Oh, girl, I know they on the chat. Girl, they finna give me some thumbs down. Girl, they mad. And yeah, I'm not crazy about Alabama. And primarily it's because of their fans. Okay? Primarily. All right. And I love that she said that. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Especially when she started saying, it's something about the underdog. I said, yes. We see each other, BIT. I knew I had liked you, girl, from the moment I had first saw your pic. Okay? Yes, ma'am. So we see each other. Yes. And then he says, that's so weird. No, it's not. But it makes sense if you think that it's weird if you're not from Alabama. So where Tuskegee is in comparison to Auburn, they're like 30 minutes apart from each other. 45 max, but they like right there. So she probably, if she wasn't on the yard at Tuskegee, she was down there at Auburn, probably hanging out with them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she probably was going to their games whenever Tuskegee didn't have games and stuff like that. Like they like right there. Whereas Tuscaloosa, Alabama is probably gonna be probably, I think, like over an hour. I can't remember how many hours, where I would say a cute little distance from Tuskegee for sure. So she ain't spending that much time over there. But granted, that's not an excuse. That doesn't mean anything. Some people go to Tuskegee and they love Alabama. All right. So for me, I feel like it made a lot of sense as to why she is team Auburn. Like your girl. We see each other. Okay. So I love that. What else? So she talks about loving underdogs. We get into that. And what I thought was interesting though was that she is a college football girl. She can sit at home on the weekend and just watch, right? Just watch football all day. Oh. I'm sure Nick gonna love that. Okay. We shall see. So that's that. So Chris and Brian, this where we get the tea, honey. Listen closely. Get the likes. So where we at with the likes? 200 likes with over 1,000 people is so rude, so nasty, and so rude. Okay. Be sure to like up the video, please. So let's get to at least 500, then 1,000 likes. So Chris and Brian chat, y'all. Come close, come close. So they chat, right? And Brian talks about Amaya and how much he really liking her and how much he loves the fact that she calls him babe. He's like, I love that shit. I'm like, oh, I love that you love it. I love that you love that shit too. Period. So he's so happy to be with Amaya, right? So they're chatting. And then Chris starts talking about Huda. Chris started talking about Huda having PTSD. And he says, I really, really do like her. She been having PTSD with this baby situation. And they like, okay, Chris, like, I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Not Chris, but Brian's like, I get it. You can't really blame her on that. He was like, yeah, and I really, really like her or whatever like that. And then he was like, dude, I folded last night. So they over there just laughing. And I said, oh, you folded. So Huda, you over there being 2 for 2, huh? You 2 for 2, ain't you? Y'all over there getting it in, huh? You and Iris. And I know what that PTSD stand for. Yes, I do. I said what I said, and I'm going to keep saying it. Because that PTSD wasn't for what y'all thought it was for. It was for that pussy touching some zick. And that's what was going on. Okay, that's what the PTSD is standing for, if you ask me. And that's why she damn near about crashed out, but she was like real mild tone with it. You know what I'm saying? She was real mild tone because she knew that that pussy had touched some zick. You understand? That's what was going on. And she was real like cool with it, but she about crashed out on him when he told her to shut the hell up. That's why she kept saying, well, fuck me then. And now that we know, it's like, bitch, he did. What you talking about? Fuck me then? He did. That's why he ignoring you now. Okay? That's why he's ignoring your ass now. But yeah, okay, he was really finna have her crashing in her life, so he had to just, blue eye bitch. Let me just keep this cool. But now we know what the PTSD is for. I have PTSD, and y'all know when Huda get it in, she be so ready to let the people know. She be ready to let y'all know that she got the hunching down. So that was the code word when she was saying I have PTSD. Honey, I see that you did. Okay? So anywho, Ace tells Nick that he loves Olandria and asks how he feels. Okay, I said not Ace 11 Olandria. We love that though. That's what's up. Okay, that's what's up. So Nick says that he is going to pursue Olandria and he is chasing her and he feels like things are going in the right direction. And Ace seems genuinely happy for them. So now it brings me back to something I said yesterday, right? I could still be right with that potentially, but now I'm wondering. So yesterday I said when Nick started to talk about Sierra leaving the villa and how he pretty much feels lost and he got to start all over again. I saw a smirk on Ace's face for me. And granted, I kind of feel like that was more so because, yeah, you thought you was the strongest couple, but you're not. And that could still be some of it. But listening to him today and seeing how so happy he really is for Nick and Olandria, I'm like, that's probably why he was smiling, because he probably was thinking, you've been telling me that you was attracted to her and stuff. So now you get the opportunity to actually be with her. So maybe that's what that smirk was for. Because when I think about that smirk right afterwards, Pepe had said something like, do you think you're going to explore it? And remember, I told y'all, it seems like in that conversation, they were talking about Olandria. So now as I look back at that conversation, I think that could be why Ace was over there smirking just a bit. Coupled up with today. So he might be really excited for this. So we shall see. According to him. So let's see. Olandria tells Chelley that her choosing Nick, and we got to go back to yesterday, right? Olandria tells Chelley that her choosing Nick last night was the time that she really put herself first and not caring about what nobody else think, what nobody had to say, not giving a regard about no fucking body. And then I tell y'all yesterday, I was afraid and I felt like Olandria did not put herself first. I felt like she did what the other people in the villa may have wanted her to do, right? And if you wanted to choose Zach, you should have chose Zach. I felt like this was another decision that she made where she wasn't choosing herself. Well, guess what? I was wrong. Listening to her talk, and I loved how she worded it. Listening to her word it that way, she made that decision. And that's something that I can get behind and I can support. If you feel wholeheartedly, I made a decision that I wanted to make and I didn't care about what nobody else thought about, that's all that I want. That's as long as it's a decision that you cared about and for everybody else, oh yes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for that. So that's what she wanted to do. So hopefully everything works out for her, right? Let's see. What else? She tells Chelley that having her support means the world, because of course they talk about that and everything. And Chelley's so excited, and Chelley is planning a date for Ace. Thought that was super cute. They go over to the fire pit. They have the s'mores and all of that, and he feels like it was just this big, huge moment and everything. And he loved it because he just really took him back, okay, to a moment in life. And I thought that was super cute. I feel like they looked really cute in that moment. I was like, damn. After I saw them, I said, damn, man. They in my top 3. They in my top. I don't give a damn about top 4 no more. My big 3 is giving Amaya and Brian, Chelley and Ace, Nick and Olandria. Nick and Olandria, okay? Right now, those are my top 3. That's them. That's them. That's them. That's them. That's them. That's them. I mean, who else? Like, I'm nah. Them the top three. Them the big three for sure. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Ace has gotten on my entire nerves, but what I will say is, for the past few days, I've been feeling it just a little bit. Well, I ain't gonna say past few days. Yeah, I would say Sunday until what today is. Like, yeah, since since yesterday. I'm back on board. I'm back on board just a little piece. So listen, and honestly, period. My girls Olandria and Chelley, they gotta be. Amaya gonna be that, period. Okay, she gonna be that, period. They gonna have to be on the finals. Like, that's my big three, period. So Ace says that the oh yeah, no, we got into all of that. They get a text, y'all. It's time for somebody to go to the Hideaway. Why did I think they were gonna pick Ace and Chelley to go to the Hideaway? After this, such a nice moment. They had a s'mores date. Love the creativity that the people are doing around the villa, because everybody's not getting dates on the outside for real, right? Um, and because So it's a lot in my head. So one, I thought they would probably be the ones going to the Hideaway, because we just now are getting to the Hideaway, and because the season is starting to feel like Love Island USA again. It's kind of making me feel like, dang, y'all gonna give us another week? Ain't no way y'all finna delete this couple and then delete another one probably Friday. Or you gonna delete them earlier on Sunday's episode and then get down to, y'all gonna give us a little more time? Just a little bit? Just a few days. Give us a Tuesday, not Sunday. Can we go to Tuesday? You know, I don't know, but the vibe of it feels like, okay, there's still so much more. And can I also say this too? When it came to movie night, a lot of us wanted movie night. I still to this day don't necessarily see movie night happening in my personal. I don't really see the need for it when the things that they will likely show would not be, those people are not here, basically, right? The things that they could show us, those people really aren't here. And what are they going to give us, a slideshow of edits of Nick and Olandria? I think that would be unfair to the rest of the islanders that are there. Now they could do a reflection on everybody's journey type movie night. It could be something like that. That could be cute, going down like a memory lane type of thing, and from the moment that they met each other and this, that, like, that would be cute. But as far as a movie night, nah, that's dead in the water. Don't see it happening. And I truly believe that movie night died the moment that Jeremiah left the villa. I think so. For me, I think it died when he left the villa, because they could have exposed so much. They could have exposed so much. But anywho, everybody chose Amaya and Brian. Huda said Amaya and Brian first. Everybody went with it. Let them go. Let them have a good old time. Finally, Amaya didn't had a hard time. It was a hard knock life in the villa for her. So she's able to go off into the Hideaway. And I knew it was gonna be a Hideaway episode when I watched the previews earlier. When I watched the first look, and when Amaya looked at that text and she was like, I said, yeah, it's the Hideaway moment. This is definitely going to be a Hideaway moment. And that's exactly what it was. And it was so funny. I know y'all was over there trying to look for that man print. Y'all so, girl. And they was intentionally not trying to show it to y'all either. They was showing the back of him and the side of him. You may have got one front glimpse of him. But I saw y'all trying to see that man print through them doggone boxes. Mm-mm. I said, boy, do not put no boxes on. Put some shorts or something on with them boxes. And Nick was like, nah, do the boxes. Let's do that. And Amaya looked super cute in her pink and stuff. She was so ready. It was funny because the boys was outside chanting, Brian's going to the Hideaway. Brian's going to the Hideaway. And the girls like, eat the kitty in the Hideaway. Eat the kitty in the Hideaway. When I tell you, this episode was hilarious from the beginning to the end. Good job, guys. Good job. Mm. What is y'all talking about in the chat? Y'all was trying to look at that man package. That's why they weren't showing it to y'all nose itself. But she looked cute. She did. She did. She looked absolutely adorable. Um, But yeah, that's pretty much that. All right. That was pretty much the episode. Thought the episode was another good episode for us. Very hilarious. And yeah, that's all I got. Make sure that you guys are liking up the video if you have yet to like up the video. Did I miss anything? And I'm just looking in the chat to see if I've missed anything. FYI, I have not seen a statement come from Sierra. I would want to believe that Sierra is out of the villa at this point. In my personal, is what I want to believe. I know her parents put a statement out saying that she was not out as of last night, but I feel like they about got her up because isn't the episode filmed 2 days before we get it? So that means probably that Friday they packed her up. They let her finish up the week and about packed her up and sent her on her way. So I would think she's home by now. Do I expect a statement coming from her? Maybe at some point. But I feel like she might be too hurt to say anything. Kimmy, sorry for ignoring the super chat. I wasn't really ignoring it. I forgot. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Nick does more for Olandria because he knows she requires more. Sierra was really laid back, and it made Nick feel like he could do less, in my opinion. I have to agree. Thank you for the super chat. I have to agree. And now that I think about it, I think Sierra about did too much when it came to him in a subtle way. Yeah, I think she led most of their connection. I mean, hell, she came in leading, right? As the bombshell when she said that, hey, I'm interested in you and wanting to get to know you. It didn't take much for his head to really turn for real because he was just going with the flow. But yeah. Um, Sad for her, but I haven't seen her make a post. I feel like she probably not. And can I also say, typically we get a reunion, right? I don't even know if it's gonna be a reunion, y'all. With everything, all the twists and turns and stuff that's happened this season. Do y'all think it? I mean, I don't. We might get one, but I feel like the cast was that bad, and they're just now getting it right in like the last week or so. I feel like they might do away with it this time around and just call it like it is what it is and just move on. In the effort to possibly not have to address, excuse me, why certain people weren't there. Because if they were to bring Nick to the reunion, they can't just speak on the connection with Olandria and him. They likely gonna have to address his connection the entire time with Sierra. Sierra will have to be invited back to the reunion to discuss her connection with him. At least I would want to believe. And because they removed her from the villa, I don't see them bringing her to a reunion. So I just don't see one happening at all. And yeah, if they go on a hiatus, like I said, I don't want them to do that, but they might have to. But granted, they do give us like what, a year. They come around like once a year with Love Island USA. And maybe some of the fans would have fallen off by that time. Who knows? But I feel like production, I some part of me, I feel like I want the audience to have power, but not that much power at the same time. Like, yeah, have power as it pertains to the app, but some people, yes, need to be snatched up off of a show, potentially based on what they're saying, right? Or what has been done. But also, I kind of disagree because I feel like at any moment, people can weaponize, they can create things that could potentially not be real. It could be fake, ain't no telling. But people could use certain moments to weaponize against a person that they don't like to get them off of the show. So at some point, I feel like it will become unfair to a lot of the other islanders. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how much power do you really give to the audience? Okay. So, yeah. I don't know. But you want to also be, sensitive to the audience because they are viewing it, they are supporting it, watching it, helping you guys get renewed another year, right? But at the same time, I don't know. They're going to have to figure out what those boundaries are. I think they are going to have to do more things initially when they're signing people up for this show. I don't know if they really want to go that extra mile, but they're going to have to do something. Okay. As soon as you submit, like, we're going to need you to go ahead and just scrub as much as you can. But here's the thing, even when they think that they're scrubbing things, people can still find stuff anyway. So then it becomes, as a show, how much are you going to care or are you not going to care? Because I feel like if you're getting a total of about 12 people at the top of every season, you're gonna have 2 to 4 of them that's gonna have some problematic shit right out the gate. Right out the gate. And y'all, they may not have caught it. They may have felt like they did all the research they could and may not have caught it. But because somebody wanted to dig, and they found something, right? Even if it's something that's not that big, they're gonna make it something because it's gonna be enough conversation around it. How much power do you give them? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And that's not me trying to, excuse anything that Sierra may have done or Yulissa may have done. So I don't know, with that. But I'm just thinking about more so the future. How do y'all handle that? Because what is meant for good that some people are trying to do, like they shouldn't, have access to this platform because of X, Y, and Z. I feel like people will flip that and use it. They'll abuse that, in my opinion, and try to get folks up off the show. Let me see. I see somebody had let me see. I was trying to see. Okay. Were you talking to I don't know if he was who he was talking to. I don't see that name in the chat. Okay. Anywho, let me see. Thank you so much, Mrs. Samuels, for the super chat. Jamie, just come on over to the Olandria land. I'm still thinking about it. But they are part of my big three. I will say they are a part of my big three. Love your reviews as always. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you for the super chat for sure. All right, you guys, I have been here for a smooth hour. I thank you guys so much for being here. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel, like up the video, and all of that great stuff. And I will catch you guys in the next one, y'all. Bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATL. Got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man? They say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film. I can fill a pool with